Do you want clean combos like this? Or this? Well, today I'm going to be showing essential tips to get better at Minecraft PvP on mobile. For settings and controls, you want to go to settings, then go to not the video. Go down to touch and change customize controls, and you pick one of these, but in my opinion I would go with the joystick and the crosshair because it would make you like a PC player. So, and for sensitivity, I use around you go from 50 to 70, or 80 if you are a little dingus. Just kidding. But you can go from 50 to 60, but I use 62 because it just feels in the middle. For video, you want to go down to FOV. You can use different types of FOV, but I use FOV. You can use FOV alter off when 110, but for low FOV, like 80 or 76 through 110 or so, yeah, you can use alter on. But I use alter on like with 102 FOV, 0.80 FOV. For brightness, you can turn it up to 100, but if you can turn it down for cinematics or stuff. But yeah, and for FPS, you will turn off render clouds, beautiful skies, smooth lighting, and view bobbing, because it will help you increase your FPS. And turn down your render distance, and make sure that simple graphics is enabled with the frame rate unlimited. But since I have a good device and all, I'm going to put it at 8 because it just feels very smooth for me, in my opinion. Now that you know the basics to settings, it's now time to get into what you guys have all been waiting for: raw PvP and Skywars. So let's get right into it. For raw PvP, people may think it's really hard to do because you got hit select and jump reset and stuff, but both of them are actually pretty easy to do once you master it. For example, let me tell you about hit selecting. To hit select, you gotta let the opponent hit you first and then hit them back as soon as they turn red. And for jump resetting, you gotta jump as soon as you hit the ground on the second and third hits to get a clean combo. To make sure the opponent hits red, or if you hit your opponent and they turn red, you have to time click, because it will give you a lot of good CPS, and you can butterfly time. You can watch Corruption's video on it. I'll put it in the description. So you should butterfly time a good amount of CPS, a consistent 6 through 8. So in my opinion, I believe butterfly timing is the best type of clicking method you should do. For moving and strafing, you gotta make yourself unpredictable so the enemy can lose track of their aim and you can get a clean combo. To do this, you can 7-tap, which is something I just recently learned how to do on mobile, or you can just strafe left and right and S-tap as well. Here are some examples of me strafing, S-tapping, and 7-tapping in these clips, so you guys will know how to do it correctly. But to do it correctly, you gotta look at my joystick. Now that you know the basics and stuff to do in raw PvP, it's time to get into Skywars. For Skywars 1v1s, they can be really tricky. However, you can learn them pretty easily by watching this tutorial. The first thing you need to learn is to use blocks correctly. By placing blocks in front of your opponent, you can stop their momentum and their sprint, so you get extra hits, and you can make head hitters with them, and you can use for clutching and boxing people as well. Another key importance in Skywars 1v1s is the key to mine redstone, because mining redstone will give you an extra heart so you can beat your opponents and have more health than them. So by getting an extra redstone, you can easily beat them in health and you can get the kill. Another key important thing that you should learn to do is to use your bow and arrows correctly. Because if you aim your arrows perfectly at the opponent, you can get them in an easy combo. Another thing that you could do is to hit select that arrow. By letting your opponent hit you first with an arrow, then hit them back, it will give you an easy combo, just like how raw PvP works regularly. One more thing I forgot to mention about blocks is that you should definitely 100% use blocks to mine redstone. By doing this correctly, you can get another redstone and you can make the opponent not get a redstone by blocking the redstone by placing a block of your choice on top of the redstone, so the enemy will have to mine that block instead of the redstone. And for the latter, you can place a block before your opponent. Like, you can place a block to distance yourself from the opponent, and you can mine the redstone, so you have an extra heart and even a kill as well. The extra tips really makes what separates a good player from a bad player in PvP, in Skywars, and both raw PvP as well. So I've been getting a lot of questions on everyone asking why do I use the sprint button instead of the regular joystick using sprint. Well, the thing is, there's a secret to using that. Because what I realized was by using the button, you can sprint automatically by using, like, if you strafe with the regular sprint button, you will start walking if you strafe too far. However, if you use the sprint button, you can strafe infinitely without losing any momentum when PvPing. Another thing I learned is while looking down at the other opponent's feet while jump resetting, it makes your jump reset even more overpowered. So if you combine the 7 tapping that I just mentioned about with strafing and S tapping and the auto sprinting with the button, you can literally take 0 KB, and that's how I get so many good clips on many good players, including Baka, Avery Doors, Z Hobby, or Hibbo, whoever his name is, and last but not least, one of my favorite YouTubers there are, Pathel. One final tip that is very, very important for Skywars and maybe even Build UHC if you're a Build UHC main, is that if you place blocks under you, you can take 0 KB, like 0 knockback. If you do so, that might even get you a kill at some point in Skywars, and many famous YouTubers use this, like Zero Glitch, Danny Plays, Corruption, Traitorism, maybe sometime even Ignacio, but at some point. But yeah, if you do all those things, I believe that you will become one of the best PvPers there are in Minecraft Pocket Edition.